Once upon a time, there was a man named Marcus Aurelius. He was once the most powerful person in the known world, ruling as a Roman emperor. But unlike many other rulers of his time, Marcus didn't spend his days indulging in pleasures like drinking lots of wine or watching violent games in the Colosseum. He wanted to fulfill the task fortune had given him, which was serving humanity. To do so, he cared deeply about fulfilling his purpose while caring less about trivial and unwise things, of which there are many. One of the essential concepts in Stoicism is the distinction between things we can control and things we cannot control, which is explained so clearly in Epictetus's Enchiridion. Most, if not all, things beyond our own actions are not under our control. Does that mean we should give up on the world? Not necessarily. However, the Stoics believed that we should be realistic about our limited influence on these things and that we bring unnecessary trouble upon ourselves if we aren't. When life is painful, it often means that we care about things we cannot control, and by doing so, we allow them to control us and manipulate us like puppeteers. Then, we blame the puppeteers for manipulating us, while, in reality, we permit them to do so. But if we stop caring about them, they lose their power over us, and we will be undisturbed. For Marcus Aurelius, being undisturbed by things outside of his control enabled him to deal with the many responsibilities and challenges he faced as an emperor, and to concentrate on the task he believed he was given by the gods. Epictetus believed in the concept of freedom. For some, not letting external influences affect them could help them concentrate on meaningful goals. Others see it as a way to lead a happy, carefree life. When faced with difficulties in life, what should we avoid focusing on? How can we achieve this? This video explores and interprets Marcus Aurelius's philosophy on how to care less about trivial matters. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius talks about present, past, and future. The ancient Roman emperor gives valuable insights into how we sometimes focus too much on them, focus on them in the wrong ways, or focus on the wrong things. This video is divided into these categories, beginning with the future and followed by the past and finally the present. Before we continue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can also join our membership program for exclusive perks. Now let's get started. The future Seneca once explained that our mental distress often surpasses actual hardships, indicating that our thoughts are the root of our suffering. Our minds frequently wander into the future, creating various potential scenarios that may never happen. We plan ahead for different outcomes, but we struggle with the uncertainty of what lies ahead. Sometimes events unfold as expected, but fate often surprises us with unforeseen circumstances. Despite careful preparations for retirement, we might face a sudden terminal illness diagnosis just before this phase, giving us only a few months. The possibility of unexpected events breeds ongoing anxiety, ranging from best to worst-case scenarios. Global conflicts or financial ruin are plausible outcomes. However, until they occur, we are powerless to act, as they exist only in our thoughts. Our focus on the future originates from our contemplation, as it only exists in our minds. Marcus Aurelius suggested that it's not the future burden, but our response in the present that affects us. The present moment carries the weight, not impending events. Future distress is felt in the present. The future doesn't materialize until we face it, making it the present. Our worries about the future stem from current anxieties. Overthinking about future events causes pain as we let them control our present reality. Marcus Aurelius advises us not to let the future disturb us. If needed, face it with the same rationality used to tackle present challenges. He said that if he could deal with the present, he could also manage the future. He reminded himself not to imagine all the terrible things that could happen, but to focus on the current situation. By concentrating on the present, he discovered that he could endure it. And if that's possible, why wouldn't he be able to face what is still to come? This mindset is like the concept of amor fati, with the added belief that we will be able to overcome it. The past, Marcus Aurelius reflected on how quickly life passes and vanishes beyond our reach. The past and the future are realms where we cannot act. What's done is done, and without a time machine, we can't alter it. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that humans exist only in the present moment. The rest of life is either past or yet to come. Thus, life is short, and the world we inhabit is small. Despite the limitations of our current existence confined to the present, we often find ourselves preoccupied with aspects beyond our grasp, the future, and the past. Marcus Aurelius once remarked that the past holds little significance and remains indifferent in the present. It is not that past events have no impact on the present, or that we cannot derive lessons from them. Rather, it is the inaccessible nature of the past that renders it beyond our control. Memories of past experiences are often fragmented, making it challenging to ascertain the exact sequence of events. Our recollections are shaped by personal perspectives and differing viewpoints, leading to an imperfect remembrance. Yet, we continue to dwell on past occurrences, reliving the associated pain in our minds. Some individuals believe that by contemplating the past, they can exert influence over it. However, this notion is a fallacy. The past is irrevocable. Our efforts are better directed towards managing our thoughts about events that have long transpired and can never be altered. Many harbor regrets about past actions, wishing they could have acted differently. Such wishes, however, are futile, as they pertain to irretrievable moments. Rather than fixating on the past itself, Marcus Aurelius advocated for focusing on our response to past events. While we may not have control over what has transpired, we can govern our attitude towards these occurrences. Initially, we may perceive certain past events as unfortunate, such as challenging childhood experiences, the dissolution of friendships, or failed business endeavors. Yet, Aurelius emphasized that the nature of these events is secondary to our reaction to them. He posited that viewing adversity as an opportunity for growth and resilience is key to navigating past wounds. By reframing setbacks as learning experiences, we can emerge stronger and more resilient. Aurelius proposed that instead of lamenting misfortunes, we should approach them with gratitude for the lessons they impart. This philosophical outlook enables us to transcend the limitations of the past and embrace personal growth. In essence, by accepting the past and learning from its cyclical nature, we can glean insights to inform our future endeavors. The present, the current moment, as Marcus Aurelius often emphasizes, is the sole temporal domain available to us. It represents the confined expanse within our reach. From this present juncture, we are granted the ability to peer into the boundless chasm of the past and the impenetrable obscurity of the future. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to adhere to what lay within his control this very moment. However, even when we release our grip on the past and diminish our anxieties about the future, we may still excessively concern ourselves with matters unworthy of our attention, the occurrences unfolding before us. Frequently, we find ourselves discontented with the unfolding of life in the present instant. In moments when events diverge from our desires, we tend to experience emotions of anger, sorrow, or despondency. Yet, Marcus Aurelius posited that being emotionally perturbed by the caprices of fortune is futile. The manner in which the world unravels around us is beyond our influence. Our response to it, however, remains within our jurisdiction. Nevertheless, we often find ourselves perturbed due to our aversion to unfolding events or our unmet expectations. Marcus Aurelius asserted that we should not resist that which we are compelled towards. He likened individuals who struggle against fortune to pigs, protesting and clamoring when offered as sacrifices. Such resistance is futile, for we cannot evade the designs of the divine. We cannot prevent individuals from seeking conflict, halt natural calamities, or impede the aging process of our bodies. Likewise, we cannot compel the world to fulfill our desires. There is no guarantee that those we are drawn to will reciprocate our feelings, nor is it assured that all individuals are granted equal opportunities in life. Such feats are simply unattainable. Yet, we invest significant time and energy in opposing what is immutable and beyond our control. Our discontent arises from the absence of our desires, and our sorrow stems from encountering that which we detest, transforming the present moment into a chamber of torment where we endure the whims of fortune. Conversely, we may become so enamored with the present moment that we cling to it fervently. Fearing the loss of our current state, we once again relinquish control to fortune. However, amidst our entanglement in the transient and uncontrollable aspects of existence, we often fail to discern that which truly lies within our purview, our choices, deeds, and convictions. Marcus Aurelius regarded the natural order as our sovereign. Should we shun it or harbor grief and anger towards it, we are no more than deserters and fugitives. Embracing the dictates of nature, accepting them, and directing our efforts towards coping with them, rather than squandering our vigor on revulsion or attachment to our circumstances, is imperative. In the seventh book of his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius outlined a method to embrace the present, advocating that we concentrate on our possessions rather than our deficiencies, albeit with prudence. Treat what you don't have as if it doesn't even exist. Take a good look at what you do possess, the things that you hold in high regard, and ponder how much you would long for them if they were suddenly taken away from why. However, proceed with caution. Do not derive so much satisfaction from them that you begin to exaggerate their value, to the point where losing them would devastate why. End quote. Nonetheless, embracing one's current circumstances can prove to be challenging, especially when we are confronted with significant challenges and life keeps throwing obstacles our way repeated. Can't we catch a break? Yet according to Marcus Aurelius, facing adversity is not a justification to react like squealing, screeching. He posits that it presents an opportunity to exercise virtue, or in simpler terms, to implement Stoic philosophy into our daily lives. Living an exemplary life is not contingent on the greatness and fortune of our external situations, since they are unreliable, feeble, capricious, and ultimately beyond our control. It's all about how we confront the situations that come our way. That's what truly matters, as per the Stoics. As Marcus Aurelius articulated, "For me, the present moment is an occasion to exhibit rational virtue, civic virtue. In essence, the art that humans share with divinities. Both view everything that unfolds as completely natural, not extraordinary or challenging, but familiar and manageable." If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We also have our membership program active where you can get exclusive perks including members-only video and much more. Leave a comment if this video helped you in any way. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next video.